failure happens, right? Sometimes you don't get the part that you're looking for. Sometimes that costume unbuttons or the mic falls right in the middle of the interview. Welcome to Steps to the Stage Drama Department, a 7th Street Theater podcast featuring local area Inland Empire Schools Drama Department. Welcome everyone far and wide to Steps to the Stage Drama Department. My name's Kirk. I'm going to be your host today. And we are so excited to do another episode of Drama Department. It's been a little bit, and we get to showcase and highlight this amazing theater troupe in Chino Hills at Chino Hills High School. And it's the Chino Hills Theater Department.
Yes.
Can I say that? And we have the director, Kerry, here. And we also have Anthony, Drake, Angie, and Shelby, who are part of this theater troupe, and we're going to learn more about them. But before we get started, I came in today and I see this, well, first, beautiful theater. Secondly, this stage that's got all this activity with, everyone running around in the booth, on stage, getting ready. I get a feeling like something's about to happen. Am I off base here?
Oh, you're picking up on it.
I'm picking up on it. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to start off here with Kerry. Kerry, is it Rupe? Rupe. Sorry,
Yes,
that's why I asked.
okay.
And Kerry has been the director here for, on the website it says 12 years. Is that accurate?
Oh, well, no, now math. 2013, so...
So longer than 12 years. Any of you mathin' people, just do the mathin'.
13, thank you.
And has been teaching for then what would be 18 years.
Here,
and
yes.
and with a theater degree from Cal State University Fullerton, go Titans, and has also your master's degree as well.
Yes.
So someone who has experience directly in the theater world and got her education. I love hearing that because I have kids that are getting their theater education as well. Tell me a little bit about your time here and tell me about this theater company and your experience, Kerry.
Okay. My time here. Well, I started out as an English teacher here, and I came in really just as a choreographer. Going back, I had spent 20, 30 years actually as a performer in community theater and civic light operas around Southern California, and considered myself mainly a dancer. So at my former school, I was the choreographer there, and they had asked me to take over the theater program, and my kids were babies, and I said, no, I don't think so. That's a lot of work. And then we moved out here. I came out here. I was teaching English. They asked me to take over the program. I said, no, I don't think I can. It'll take up a lot of time. And then they asked me again. And by the third time, I'm like, okay, this is chasing me.
That was the charm?
I thought, okay, the universe is telling me that this is what I need to be doing. And why am I lugging English essays home every day for them to sit in the back seat of my car and not get graded? And so I took it over. And for a while, I was directing and choreographing. And it's just been a process. I've just to try to make it, I don't want to say my own because it's not mine, but just...
Well, it has to have a little bit of a stamp of your personality. And, you've mentioned you have quite a bit of experience. You have an education. And I think that's fantastic for those that are with us, right? To see someone that can get an education in theater and can make a career of it. And while you're making the career, you're also putting on art for a community. Right. And you're planting the seeds of theater love with these wonderful people. So that's fantastic. And then as I did my research, I was just blown away, you guys. So you have a P&P, production and performance. You have advanced theater. You have improv and sketch. Did I get that correct? Am I missing anything?
P&P advanced. I mean, we have an intro to theater.
Okay.
Long form is our sketch.
Oh, okay.
Stagecraft.
Okay. So a vibrant theater department. And I just want our listeners, these are outside of this Little Shop of Horrors, if we haven't said it, is the next production that's coming up. You guys on this stage have done Legally Blonde. you've done Puffs, you've done Newsies, you've done Aladdin Jr., and that's just in the last year. So, for those of you that are out there, these aren't just small productions that you just kind of figure out. Like, you have massive sets, you have costuming, you have, the rights alone because of the names cost money. So you're taking on what I see as adventurous productions, and I love that. So I want to move over and I want to learn who you guys are and your history, journey, and, little bit about your place in the department. So, Anthony.
Hi.
Hi. Tell me, how long have you been in theater?
I've been in theater for only 1 year. This is my first year.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that when we get to interview people and it's their first year and you could just see that look in their eye like, okay, we got them. So sorry to interrupt. So you've been in for a year.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have like a specific role? Is there a leadership team, or is there some departments have, tell me more about yourself.
Well, in terms of production, I just tag along with the set crew and try and help out as much as I can.
So you're doing a lot of backstage stuff.
Yeah, but for this production, I'm playing Mr. Mushnik.
Oh, okay, wonderful. And is this your first role on stage, or?
I was in Puffs as like kind of an extra, and then in
the
Legally
ensemble,
Blonde, I got to play Emmett Forrest, which was pretty fun.
All right.
And then, yeah.
So exciting getting used to learning your lines and understanding who your character is and that development.
It's so exciting. It's the most fun I think I've had in so long.
And I have to imagine you've made some pretty good friends here at your time here in the troupe, in the department. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an audio only podcast, but I always have to comment sometimes with the reaction of our guests and people that, we're in this theater and we've got a few people that are kindly allowing us to record while you're knee deep in your preparation. But I love the eye connects and everything that goes on beyond that. Anthony, so are you a senior, junior? What year are you?
I'm a junior.
Junior, so you get one more year here.
One more year here.
And then maybe look into college and it's made that type of an impact for you.
I think
so. Did you join just because you had to fill in an elective, or did you have a...
Okay, you can be honest.
No. Please, we want that. We really do, because people come from all walks of life. I've interviewed just recently with our other podcasts, gentlemen that hadn't been on stage for 20 and 30 years, and they're just getting back into it. So it's one of those things that you can walk away from a while and come back. But go ahead, sorry.
Well, I've been actually wanting to join for like a really long time. I was even asking people like Shelby about it, like sophomore, freshman year, about how to join. And it was just a lot of terminology and stuff I wasn't familiar with. So I was just a little shy to join. And I didn't realize how good we are. Like, our program is really, really good, and we put on amazing shows.
Yes, you do.
So once you get to be a part of it and see all the behind, like how much work it takes just to get like a couple weeks of shows, but it's still like the best shows.
Isn't it amazing?
It's so good.
Yeah, I always make the analogy for those that have been involved in sports, because I was involved in the sports. Each production is like a season. Right? You do all that prep work leading up to it. Yeah. And then you do however many performances would be like the games. But like when you're done, it's just like you are in sports. You'll be connected to that group forever. So thank you so much, Drake. Let's hear a little bit about you and your journey into theater and here specifically at Chino Hills.
Okay, so originally I actually did not want to do theater at all. I was very
good to be honest.
Very, very against it. And going into high school, my brothers both did theater, and they both really wanted me to do it. They're like, it's going to be so much fun, and it's a lot, but you're going to have so much fun. And I was just like, I don't think it's for me. So I started out in one of the stage tech classes here.
Okay.
Because I was like, okay, backstage is something I can do, because memorizing lines and singing, that sounds like a much.
Yeah.
Like, that's not me. And luckily, I got put in the 5th period, which was the P&P class, which is the highest level class. So I got to like witness all of them working and like doing their things. And eventually I started to like talk to all these people and just get along with them. And eventually I learned that maybe I do want to do performing. And so near the end of the year, I did I think it was Beauty and the Beast.
Was it? Yeah, it was this time of year.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the 3rd show. And I was like, wow, I have made so many more friends just by being here. Like my high school career so far, even though it was only a few months, was boring up until I joined theater.
Do you hear that, everyone? It was boring until theater. I like that. Well, that's fantastic. And what particular role in your upcoming production? Are you on a role? Are you with the tech side or?
For this production, I'm playing the dentist, Orin Scrivello.
Oh,
DDX.
goodness gracious me. Have you got your hands full? Have you got your hands full? Well, that's exciting. So thank you so much. Well, Shelby, I have a little history with, right?
Oh, yeah.
And she's been very involved in some of the other theaters that I've been involved with and my kids. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let you tell your story because you tell it much better than I do.
Well, thanks. So I'm a junior here this year, and this is I think it's my 18th show overall, and my probably like 5th or 6th show here. And so, yeah, it's pretty fun. My brother did theater here too,
Yes.
so then I was like, I might as well,
Yeah.
And it's really fun. And so for this show, we are having 6 urchins instead of 3.
Okay.
And so me and Angie are both 3 we're both urchins, so that's really fun. And
I love that.
so we get to sing all the songs and do all the dances, and it's a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it,
Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, Angie, you're next.
Hello.
Hello, everyone, and here we are with Angie.
Hi, everyone. My name is Angie. I'm a senior at Chino Hills High School Theater. Well, if we get into it, I am theater club president. And so it's just like, I don't know, like this program has brought so much life like into my life, like
Yes.
so much light and love. I've made like so many good friendships here, and it's just like the bond that you have with your friends in theater. It's not anything like anything I've done before. I've done sports before. I was involved in volleyball my freshman year, and then I came into theater. I went from volleyball to theater, and then
Those are making me cry. That's not hard to do.
That's a great.
Sorry, go ahead, Angie.
Yeah. But I just the difference I felt in volleyball, I was like, yeah, this is fun, but I don't feel like there's any lasting impact on me. I feel a little left out sometimes. It's depending on how good I am at the sport, it felt like my friendships depended on my performance. But here it's we get to work on it together. We get to fine tune our skills, and it's just they meet you where you're at. And even if you're oh, I'm not talented, I don't know, I'm so nervous, it's you get to work that out with also close friends, and just you're surrounded by love. And you're also, when you go on stage, it's just so different. The first roar of the audience, the first time I heard the applause, it was insane. And it's just I never wanted to leave.
That's fantastic. And I love that description that you made, in regards to your volleyball career in sports. And, so much of it is dependent on wins and losses, right? And those types of stats. And that's the beauty of theater, right? The wins are that you put on a production, that you had the courage to audition, that you had the guidance, that you had the support from friends and family, and that you got on stage, that you did all the things, right? Because your costume is no different than putting a glove on or, tying your cleats up. It's the same thing, right? Your blocking are your plays, your dialogue. That's your skills out there. So just a wonderful and beautiful description. And thank you so much. And I don't question for a second why you're the president. And I'm glad that this troupe has the leadership that I'm hearing and witnessing on all levels, from the director on down. So thank you so much, everyone, for introducing yourselves. I think it's important, right? Because our listeners and our audience need to know that sometimes you just don't quite have that courage yet, and you just got to take that step. And you know what? Failure happens, right? Sometimes you don't get the part that you're looking for. Sometimes that costume unbuttons, or the mic falls right in the middle of the interview.
Or the wig falls off right on stage, right, Angie?
Right? So that all happens, and it's real life, and you just deal with it. and you make it a win,
Show must
right?
go on.
The show must go on. Listen to this. So I want to hear more about the program itself and kind of your approach. How many people? Give us some more insight into the program.
Oh, as far as how many people, I don't know. It's hard to say because we have, well, okay. We have about 60, give or take, students who are in I would call them the higher level classes that do most of the shows.
Okay.
But some of the shows are open to anyone in the theater department, and the spring show is usually open. The spring musical is open to anyone in the school. And it's, it was hard. When I first came in, everything was open to everybody. And I do see the value in that because there are a lot of people out there that can't fit it in their schedule and they're talented. But I also witnessed, like I said, I came in as a choreographer first, but I would witness this. There wasn't the buy-in because they didn't have to. And when they were faced with having to make decisions with electives, there was, oh, well, I'll just take this and just be in the theater shows. And that was difficult because then there wasn't the commitment, there wasn't the allegiance to the program, there wasn't the investment. And so I had to do a really, at the time, kind of tough thing and say, hey, we're closed to the class.
Yeah.
And I was really strict about it for a little bit because I just had to build that group of committed people who thought, okay, it's worth it to me. I understand the need to be in the class and learn the skill. Because I do believe you can learn a lot through performance, but it's hard to work with performers who don't, like you said, the terminology, they don't know what upstage and downstage is. And when I say, okay, commit and lean into the risk, and they're just looking at me blank, I don't know what any of this means. So I did think that there was more of a value in getting them in the class and training and building skills. And then I thought, okay, well, the spring musical can stay open to everybody. And that way we can find those hidden gems out there and maybe, hook them, get them to
How many productions a year do you put on?
Oh, wow. Probably too many. No. We put on a full-length play, a one-act. And what it had been was 2 musicals and a cabaret.
Okay.
And then it became 2 musicals and a junior musical. And somehow this year it became 3 musicals. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. And
well, I'm sure you guys are pretty excited about that. Yeah. Yeah. And then I also, as I was doing a little research, I see you do some other fundraising events, I wowould guess, like the tea is
Princess
something.
Tea, yes.
Yeah. Angie, Shelby, you want to tell us a little bit about that?
So Princess Tea is basically like a meet and greet almost for princesses and fairy tale characters for the younger children of the community. And it's just activities for the little children, but as performers we also get to hone in on our improv skills and just committing an hour of just improv, long form improv kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how to
I don't think some people realize how hard it is to stay committed to that character for such a long time. And ask the little kids asking so many random questions, and you have to think off on the top of your head,
Yeah, that's great. So it sounds like, and how long has the tea been going on? Is that something new, or is that?
No, that was going on before I took over, and there may have been years here and there where we didn't do it.
Got it.
In fact, COVID, I think we stopped it for a few years,
right,
and just brought it back maybe 3 years ago, something like that.
And are there other fundraising events that you put on throughout the year?
We used to do haunted theater.
Okay.
Which then we would transform this whole space into a haunted maze type of thing. But it's a lot. It commands.
Well, it sounds like you're also doing more than the average drama department, theater department. So, which is fine, and that's fundraising unto itself, right? Yeah. And do you feel like you have pretty good commitment from the community and yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
What are some of the outreach things that you guys are doing to get people to come and see? Is there Anthony or Drake, any input on that outside of word of mouth? Did you go out into the school? Is there things you can, put up a table and say, hey, come see our play? Or
I don't think we've done anything like that, no. But some things we do is we reach out through Instagram and TikTok, like our choreographer, Maddie Rupe.
Miss Maddie.
Hello, Miss Maddie.
She has helped us.
Miss Maddie is off to our left, and she's making sure that we are on cue and that we are doing our proper performance. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
It's all right. I think she's really helped reach our program out to people in the area.
Okay.
Especially with TikTok and how it is with reaching out to people.
Yeah, your social media presence is great.
It kind of blew up at one point.
Yeah, and I think that's so important, right? Because I understand, like, I do my very best, obviously, to try and keep up with it, and it's difficult, but it is important. I think it's necessary, and especially since the people that are going to come, that's kind of their way to consume. Right, and give them an idea of what they want to do. So kudos. And is there someone that's oversees it, or is there a committee? Or tell us about your approach to social media.
I'm part of the PR crew, which we do like 2 forms of advertising. We have social media, like we were talking about, and then we also have like school approach. Like we make big posters and we make little posters around school to promote to the students, because honestly, like it's easiest to promote to the students because they live around the area, so it's easiest for them to just come out after school at like 7 p.m. to come watch our shows, and it's like that. And we also have the social media presence where we're like, okay, so does anyone want to make a TikTok video? Like, anyone have ideas?
Yeah.
And we're just
got to be a team effort.
Yeah. And we're like, let's vlog today,
You know what's cool about the social media? What happened with that is we ended up making friends with other high school theater departments. And so now they're awesome. Like, we'll advertise for them and they'll advertise for us. Like, there are a couple of schools in particular that now come to every one of our shows and we go to theirs. So that's been fun because we've got to meet other
and I'll say as well, taking on this project, and again, it was just focused on one theater and then expanded into a couple theaters and then expanded into, the high school departments. And I'm blown away by our area in the Inland Empire and the amount of theaters for both young and old, right? To be able to come and ply their craft, right? It's so important. And like I'd mentioned before, a couple of actors that had been 20 years, 30 years since they've been on stage, but they get that. And I love that it's there. And I also like, now I mentioned this quite a bit on our episodes, is that there's an audience now, right? Theater, growing up for me, being an older guy, like it was the theater kids, right? The theater kids.
Definitely.
Well, now people want to be a theater kid, and that's a good thing, and they should. And it's just such a great way to express yourself. And I love that they're, everyone's heard of Hamilton. Everyone's heard of these big productions that are going on. And so you have that in the zeitgeist, as it were. And I would imagine it helps to grow your program, right, is because there's an acceptance to it and there's an understanding of it. And that's the biggest thing. So I love that. And I love hearing that you are working with other theater departments as well, because I think we should not be competing.
Right.
Right. It is not one school versus another. It's both schools having their theater filled, selling tickets so that they could put on more productions, and that's it. And supporting each other. Yeah. I love that. And I love seeing the posts too, right? Because I follow it all and saying, oh, hey, this school is at this school. Yes. And that's just a brilliant thing that's going on here. I seem excited because I'm very excited.
No, I agree with you. It's nice because there's so much room for good theater, and it's inspiring too. My younger daughter's in a show right now, and I just went to see her show, and it's like, oh, it just kind of energizes you to go back to your own show and go, okay. It just re-energizes you, especially because it's so tiring and exhausting. Sometimes it's just fun to see good theater.
Anthony, I'd like to hear from you. It's just been a year, but what are some of those skills that theater has, you think you've improved upon or learned, or that theater has provided for you?
Well, this show, I'm getting used to dancing and moving my body a little bit more than the last one, because Forrest doesn't dance at all, but Mr. Mushnick whips out a couple moves here.
Go mush.
So yeah, that's definitely where I'm trying to put a lot of like attention towards, because I know it's like it's the one of the biggest aspects of like musical theater to be able to do that and just whip out moves.
Drake? You're next. Spotlight's on you. Give us some insight into the theater and how that's impacted you as a person.
I think theater has impacted me as a person because honestly, just the people around me have taught me to be a better person. I feel like maybe I wasn't the best person before sometimes.
Thank you for your honesty.
But I think a lot of people around me have showed me how like it is to work as a team and to bond with other people for a long, long time.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, theater, I don't think people really stop and think about the life skills that it can give you, right? Just memorizing your lines, getting prepared for if you do public speaking or if you have to do something in front of a crowd, the improv nature of things, as you guys had mentioned, the coordination in life, right? Just walking, putting one foot in front of the other, sometimes can be difficult, but right, theater gives you those insights. And I especially love to hear, especially when I talk to directors that see students that have graduated, right, been a part of your program, come back and, just to visit or to come and see a production and just go, thank you.
Yeah.
Right. And they show you and tell you about where their life is. And it's just magical, I think. So, so let's talk a little bit about the upcoming production. So we've got Little Shop of Horrors. It is opening night is the 18th of February. And we have performances on the 20th and the 21st as well. And if you're listening and you want to come and you're in the area, visit their socials, the Chino Hills High School Theater socials. You've got a link in there where you can buy tickets. But follow them anyway, just so that you can support them. But I want to hear a little bit about this production and where you're at. And you're opening up pretty quick.
We are. It's really quick. So we're starting Tech Week. We're starting actually today. We Tech Watch run through where all our kids who haven't been around with the backstage, they're going to look at it and start taking their notes and see what they're going to be working on for the next week and a half. So that's where we are with it. And I don't know. The show has just a lot of energy. It's a fun show. I've said probably 5 times, 10 times, why have I waited so long to do this show? But sometimes it's just, timing. I don't know. I'm scared to say we're in a good spot, knock on wood. I'm sure I'll have a meltdown in a couple days. But
that's part of being in a good spot, right? And that meltdown is going to push you to the next level.
Absolutely.
Are you familiar with Little Shop of Horrors? Has anyone here seen or the movie or seen another production of it?
The movie, yeah.
You've seen the movie?
I've seen the movie.
Okay. And your impressions?
I think the musical is definitely like, I was originally thinking it was going to be like the same exact thing as the movie, but honestly, it has its own twist. Like at the end, different things happen. Mm-hmm. I don't want to spoil it.
No spoilers.
Come and see.
I actually had no idea what Little Shop of Horrors was, except for the songs. I've just heard it here and there because the songs are so good. Yeah. But I was like a little reluctant, but I was like, I think I can give this a try, And it was honestly like best investment, Like I think it's such a great show. We have such good synergy too. The cast, the bond is amazing.
Yeah. I really love being a person of an older generation, that these are classics that are being introduced to this generation that may not have the experience with it. And what I really like is, yes, you can watch, the movie or other production, but you can put your own energy into it, right? And make it your own. And I think that's a great, beautiful thing about theater as well, is it's how it's happening that night, right? And as you and I've only been in a couple of productions, right? I'm a performer, I'm a musician, and I've only been in a couple of productions, but it was amazing to me with each production, that confidence that I got in the lines, in the blocking, and my interacting, with fellow actors, and just all of a sudden when it's right there, it's closing night.
I know.
But it's still just an amazing experience. So, well, that's good to hear that you have a little bit of background behind it, but that you are giving it your own personal touch. I think that's really important. And does it feel like you're getting some ticket sales? We feel like we're doing okay?
Yes, actually, I feel like we don't do a lot of pre-sale, or at least it's not. Yeah. And the other day I just happened to hop onto the website and it was already kind of, wow, it's taken off already.
I love that.
It was already maybe 2.5, 3 weeks from opening. So I was kind of surprised at that. I'm sad it's only a weekend. We really wanted to try to put 2 weekends in there, but.
And does that happen on other productions that you get 2 weekends in, or is it
normally we are
just the
2
one?
weekends? This used to be where the junior show goes, and that was always a weekend. So that's really why it was. But yeah, that's just happened.
That's all good. Anything else that maybe some of the other people that are involved, we can give a shout out to, or that you're working with? Stage manager, let's talk about the rest of the program, right? I mean, you're the lucky ones that get to talk, but you need to represent the rest of these wonderful people that are around us.
Definitely everyone who works in the booth. They are so hardworking. And if you are any type of tech person, sitting in the audience, watching the lights, listening to the sound, it's so great. It's just beautiful.
It's a character.
Yeah.
Right. We talk about that on so many episodes, that the sound, the lighting, the set, the costumes, it's so important. It's a character.
Yeah. They're right back there still working. I just love that our lighting, the student that's working on right now, Josh, shout out to Josh. I mean, he sat down in the audience and watched us do a couple numbers or run through stuff, and I could see him doing this with his hands, and he's like already in his mind thinking lighting, how I'm going to make this look really good. And I love that. They all just, we say this in improv, make each other look good, make your partner look good. And I love that they do it across the board. They just want to help make each other look good.
That's fantastic. Anthony, I need a call out. Someone that's really impacted you that's not at the table right now in your department, in this department.
Well, shout out Kyle Baja. He's playing R. Seymour, and he's so good.
That's great.
I know he auditioned for Newsies, right? He just out of nowhere. I know his sister's been involved in the program, but he's getting involved, and just seeing him like break out of his like shell and just getting so like into it, like it's just.
That's great.
And he's only a sophomore, and he's got the most incredible voice you've ever heard.
He's phenomenal.
It is great to see, as with a high school program, right? You have the students that have to go through, right? And you get these talents that come along, and sometimes only for a year, but sometimes all 4 years. And it's got to be great to see that development. Well, is there anyone else you want to talk about, or anything we should know about your program before we wrap up here?
I feel like we should shout out Alana She's been stage manager or assistant stage manager for a lot of productions. She just works really hard behind the scenes, really hard. I don't even know how to describe it, but just doesn't feel like, I sometimes forget, oh, you're a kid. She just has it together and has the ability to work well with everybody and can be a leader, but not, it's hard at this age. Sometimes they think leading means being bossy, and
yeah, I mean, sometimes it's the example that you have, so that's the only way you would know how to lead, right? Right. So that makes sense.
And then they don't understand when they don't reach people, and people don't want to listen to them. And she's just, from day one, everybody's had the utmost respect for her, and she's been great, just learning on the job too, always wanting to know different aspects. She also helps build sets. She designed our puff set. I mean, she's great too. And I think she deserves a shout out because she's always back there. We don't get to see her.
I love it. Well, everyone, this has been a fantastic discussion. I really appreciate you giving us some of your time and giving us some of your insights. I know it's going to be a fabulous production. I'm going to do my very best to come out and check it out. Thank you so much for your dedication to not only your theater troupe, but to your school and to drama in general. And we ask everyone out there, please support your local community theaters, your local schools that are putting on productions. It's so important for you to go out there. Subscribe to all the socials from the theater programs that are in your area. Like and subscribe for us. We appreciate that. That gives us a big outreach. We want to say hello to all of our listeners that are across the pond and all around the world, and especially all the ones that are here nearby. Please come and get your tickets and support this fabulous, amazing program. You are all amazing individuals. And I got to say, as in a couple of recent episodes, we had some smaller kids that were on, right? And I was blown away by the response, and I had to stop myself and say, as an adult, you think of a kid, right? So we'll say anyone 18 and below, and there's automatically just this thought of they can't do certain things, and they're doing things that we couldn't even think of. And they are saying and feeling and experiencing things that we couldn't think of. And I'm so glad that along with this particular episode and being able to talk with you individuals that are in front of me and your cohorts that are around us watching, you're doing amazing things. Keep it up. Overcome those fears, embrace those fears, let them become part of your joy inside, and just keep doing this as long as you can and spreading it out to the world. So my diatribe is done. Thank you, everyone. We really appreciate you being here and giving us your time. And best of luck on Little Shop of Horrors and all of your productions moving forward.
Thank you so much. Yay.
Thanks for listening to Steps to the Stage, a 7th Street Community Theater podcast. Follow us on your favorite podcast platform and leave us a review and a 5-star rating. It really helps. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Special thanks to Chino Community Theater and Chino Community Children's Theater for their generous support. And very special thank you to the listeners. Steps to the Stage was created by Joey Rice and Kirk Lane. Logo created by Marley Lane. Original music by Joey Rice. Your host, Kirk Lane. Engineer and producer, Joey Rice. Engineer and executive producer, Kirk Lane.